a lot of focus on a Ryder Cup future in a few weeks' time at Marco Simone. Just how excited are you now that you've finalised the team, and we've got a few of the guys here this week as well?
Yeah, it's a long build-up into trying to get the best 12 guys that you think are going to be ready to take on that challenge, and I'm excited where we are with the team. I think it's a very strong team. I'm excited for this practice trip to come up, to get everyone together in a team room, start that process of coming together as a team. We're always stronger as a team, and yeah, the days are ticking away. So some last-minute preparation stuff, but we're in a great spot.
Thanks. So we'll go to questions, please. We'll start with Phil Casey.
On that trip before, the week of Wentworth, how important was that to you to get everybody together, even if it's just for that one-day trip?
Well, I think it's the first time we've ever done it as a team, so it was something that I certainly wanted. I was very adamant that whoever was on that team was going to be there. I didn't want anyone to kind of skip out of it unless they had real specific reasons for that. I think it's a great opportunity for us to come together. It's different to 2 years ago. We obviously only had 1 week between qualifying and now, and part of the reason to stop that qualifying early was to have this opportunity to go see Rome. There's a couple of players that wouldn't have played the course before, so again, that's important. But anytime you can get the guys together, you can start thinking about pairings, you can start creating that unity in the team room, I think is really, really important.
And 7 days later, you lose Rory McIlroy to a stag do in Mykonos. How concerned are you, if at all, or have you spoken to him about it?
We spoke. I was at his house, maybe 10 days ago or something, just chatting and catching up with him, and I mean, it did come up. Rory is, he's not like Rory's 22 or 21. I mean, he understands that there's nothing wrong in going out and have some fun with your friends, but I think he's got wise enough shoulders to know that he won't go crazy, so I have no concerns there.
Dara, please.
Luke, you obviously picked Shane. Padraig was gushing about Shane yesterday. What exactly does Shane bring to the Ryder Cup team on and off the course?
Well, he's very passionate. He loves those team atmospheres. I think he grew up around, team sports when he was younger. You'd never walk into a room and see Shane on his own. He's always got people around him. He's got good chat. He's got good energy, good passion. And then golf-wise, he's proven himself in many big occasions. The Open Championship, winner at Wentworth. He won a WGC. The biggest moments he's able to deliver, and we saw some of that obviously in Whistling Straight, some of that passion, holding putts when he needed to. Part of the process of picking, and having 6 picks is, some of them you have to pick on just knowing that they've been there before, and knowing that they've been in those situations and they've been able to handle them well. And obviously, Shane certainly fits into that category.
And Rory, do you expect him to take the main leadership role from the players this time around?
I've talked to Rory about this and how he feels his role should be. Personally, I want him to lead with his golf club, so I want him to lead with the focus he shows, how important, the importance he shows to the Ryder Cup. If he can win, go out there and, if he's playing 4 or 5 matches and win 3 or 4 of those, then he's done his job, and I think lead by example and lead with his golf clubs.
Thanks, Darren. We'll go to Craig, please.
Luke, your team is a tremendous blend of both youth and experience. In terms of the partnerships that you're kind of looking at, are you looking to kind of partner the more experienced guys with the rookies, or might we see a couple of rookies go out together at some stage? Again,
I've still got 3 weeks to finalize those and think about those. This practice trip will obviously be important for that. I've obviously had lots of thoughts over the last 12 months with people that I think and thought would be in that team. some are in that team, some aren't. So it's the process really starts now. I'll be sitting down with my vice captains this week to figure out some of those partnerships. But yeah, in general, it's a big moment for a rookie, you know, and sometimes to have some experience next to you is comforting, and that can be very important. Whether two rookies go out together, that's certainly a possibility as well. I think these days the young guys seem fearless. They seem to go out there and are able to compete at the highest level, you know, no matter how much little experience they have. So again, these decisions are still kind of ongoing, but it could go either way.
That's great. Any more questions for Luke? We'll go to Brian, please.
Thanks, Luke. Just wondering, Seamus Power, how much was he in your thoughts during this year? He's obviously injured this week and can't play, but was he one of the players that you phoned with some bad news?
Yeah. I talked to Seamus on Sunday. He appreciated the call. You know, obviously Seamus understands that his form hasn't been as good lately. Obviously got off to a great hot start. Loved his commitment to come from Maui all the way to the Hero Cup. Got to know him a little bit better that week and just saw, you know, some of the talents he has that led him to so much success in the last year in the fall. You know, he's obviously a great talent, and you know, he understood that he hadn't played well enough and had some injury issues. Obviously, I spent the week with him in the Scottish Open. We were in the same house, and you know, devastating that he had a hip injury. He felt something there, couldn't play. But then it looked like, you know, he had a scan, looked like he was okay for the Open, played there. But obviously there's some ongoing problems. So hopefully he sorts those out. And you know, I told him there, you know, you're definitely good enough to be in the next Ryder Cup team. So that should be your goal.
Right. We'll go to Alex next, please. Brian, if you can pass the mic down.
Hey, Luke, Harrington said yesterday that he got a call from you as well. Could you just explain that call?
I mean, he was my last captain, and there were certainly at times this year where he was showing so much form, and being up there, he maybe didn't finish off the events that he would have, as he would have liked. But I think what he's been doing at his age, competing with a lot of the guys that are on the team, is very, very impressive. You know, I think he understood as a captain, you know, there's a high performance level you need to obviously for him to warrant a pick. He knew he didn't do enough, but out of respect of as a captain, I wanted to tell him that there were times where, you know, I considered him to be on that team because of his play.
And the other thing, when Shane was in here yesterday, he mentioned the fact that Whistling Straits is pretty much a rallying cry of what happened there. Is that something that you will focus on, or will you even talk about the past?
No, I think it's important to learn from the past. We're certainly, as a team, where you saw a lot of the reactions, Rory and Shane and Poltz, and you know, they took it hard, and that stays with us. You know, that hurt is there, and it's, you know, certainly will come up a little bit. It's certainly not a focus, but you know, we want to regain the cup, and we know we're up against it with a very strong team. We understood how we were beaten pretty heavily 2 years ago, and it's obviously my job and the 12 guys and the vice captains to try and turn that around.
Any more questions? Great. Luke, thank you for your time. Have a great week.
Thank you.